new year. Let us start today. Just seated. I was going back too far. Cross whatever angle feels more comfortable. Feel free to sit on something to lift up your hips a little bit. Pillow block. Shoulders, give them a shrug. Shrug them up and back. Take a moment to move through your head. Shake it out a little bit. Fingers, wrists, arms. And then maybe we're ready for some stillness now. Eyes soft, deep breath in. Let the breath go. Notice what your breath is doing. Where it's going in your body. The speed. Is it fast and shallow, slow and deep? Where the breath hits, like the back of the throat. Feel it in the roof of the mouth. Feel it in the lowest parts of the belly or the back body. Taking a moment to check in with yourself. How you've showed up to your mat today. What you're carrying with you, what you need to let go of. Just the space that you're in, energetically, emotionally. And where you want to be. In class today, we talked about obstacles, and you never even necessarily know what the actual obstacle is, but the idea of if you move past the obstacle, what's on the other side? And on the other side of the obstacle, once you make it past, what does that feel like? And maybe you have something particular, like you know, like this is in my way of happening and this is what it's gonna feel like. Maybe you have no idea, but we can all kind of imagine what's on the other side. What do we feel when we make it to the other side? And that's the feeling. That's what you want to bring into the now. Like you don't have to move past the obstacle. You don't have to get over it or through it. You can just start incorporating that feeling into your present, into your now. So take whatever it is you want to feel. Whatever it is that you're creating. And just keep bringing it up into this practice today. Let it run through your mind. Let it be each breath that you take. And draw shoulder blades, drop chin to chest. A gentle pull the chin to the chest, open up the back, the neck, and the shoulders, and then make it bigger by coming to a cat, round your back, lean back. Visualize the space that exists between each backbone, and when you inhale, imagine that space gets bigger. forward, lift your heart, draw the shoulder blades back, open up the chest. Take the arms up to the sky. When you get there, wiggle your fingers, circle your wrist. And then interlace the fingers, drop your shoulders down. See if you can bring your hands behind your head. If it's too much to interlace, just let your fingertips come behind. Hug the navel in and then just press your head back. So as much as your head is pressing back, there's a light push forward or an equally matched push forward of the hands into the head. But that can be done right without the shoulders hiking up. Breathe in. As your head presses back and your hands press forward, can you open the elbows just a little bit wider? Breathe out. What's going on with your face? Mine's like, oh my God, this is so hard. Relax your jaw. Whoo, your shoulders. Breathe in. Head presses back, hands push forward, open the elbows. Breathe in. Head pushes back, hands push forward, open the elbows. Breathe in. Head pushes back, hands push forward, open the elbows. Okay, now elbows come in towards your face and then round your back again. Make sure those hands are not yanking your head, they're just a gentle weight. And then like you're just barely saying no. Hold the center. Give the heel of your hand a little bit of a squeeze into the back of the head to help lift you back up. Exhale, let the breath go. Open elbows. They don't have to be super wide and there's no serious push-pull. Let the right elbow lift up to the sky. Let the left elbow dip down. And your head can press back, but it doesn't need to be so intense like the other one. And then as the elbow lifts, hollowing out through the armpit, breathing into armpit, breathing into rib cage, all the way down through that heavy right hip. And my left heel of my hand is still kind of supporting, it's almost lifting, even though the elbow is reaching down. Come back up to center. Again, check in with the shoulders. Hug the navel in and then take a twist to the right. It's not because your arms are forcing your head, it's because the core twists you. Let the right hand come behind you. You can crawl your left fingers over so they're kind of neck, shoulder here, and then lift up through the elbow. Oh, breathe. So I'm gonna bend my right elbow a little bit. Lean back, lean back. And just sort of wiggle it around. What if you're kind of looking towards your right fingertips, really reaching through the left elbow? What if you're looking up toward the sky? And then we're gonna let the left hand come to the right thigh. Getting all twisty here. Push down, reach up through the right fingers, and then peer over your left shoulder. Ooh. Stretch up and over. Might feel better to look at the knee. Breathe. Cross the arms, hug the navel in. Move the shoulders away from each other, let your head hang. And then slowly roll up. Hands come behind you. Know which foot's in front. Bring the feet out. Let it rock side to side. I'm going to move my pillow. And then press through the feet. Lift up through your hips. So this one is where if you feel like it, right, you can always rock yourself back and forth. Stretch the wrists, the ankles, the toes. And then as you lower yourself back down, if you remember, switch to the opposite ankle. Inhale the arms up, interlace the fingers, relax the shoulders. Breathe. Okay, so which way did we go? We went that way? And then we came back up and twisted. Okay. So now lift up, arc over this way. So the right elbow is reaching towards the ground. The left elbow finds the lift. And then there's that gentle, it's a gentle push of your head back into your hands. Breathe all the space into the left side body. And then pull yourself up, hug the navel, soft shoulders from the navel, from the core, find your twist. Left hand can kind of come on a diagonal behind the hip, and then you can turn the music down some. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay, and then you can bring the right fingers kind of on the side of the neck here, and then lift up and over, and just explore. So if I lift up and over and I bend my left elbow and kind of peer towards the fingertips. Ooh. If I spin my chest to the sky and push back. Gotta breathe. Maybe one more time, bending. Really reach through the elbow. Okay, now as you come up, you're gonna release. So the hand presses the thigh down, reach up through the left fingers. Just find that initial stretch. And then you can look over your right shoulder as I push to my left thigh. Oh yeah. And come in and out of it a couple times. Okay, we'll go for that X. Cross over. Round the back. Breathe. I just want to stay here. All right, slowly come up, pull the elbows back. Move through the head. And then we'll do the same thing. Bring the hands behind you. Let the knees rock from left to right. But this time, as they go to the right, lift up, roll over, look towards the left fingertips, or just move that left shoulder back. And then come through the center as the knees go other way. Lift up the right shoulder, look over that general direction. Now come back to center. Shoulders are back. Lift up the hips as high as you feel like you're ready for. Head can go back a little bit. Breathe. Get some activity here. Push through the heels, squeeze your glutes. Try to lift a bit higher. And then dropping your bottom. Come on over to all fours. Just roll your weight on over. Cat-cow, round your back. Let your head go. Tuck your toes. Take a couple on your own. Bring your fingertips in towards the knees. And then just bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten a couple times. And then when ready to keep them both relatively straight, a little bit of a bend. Pull the hips back. Stretch out the forearms. So I've got more of a cow back right now. You could definitely pull the low belly in. And then carefully, just shake it out one at a time. Okay. Bring the knees in a little bit closer. Hover your right shin, just circles here. So think knee to nose, out to the right. Take it back, so now the toes go up and the knees kind of parallel to the hip. And then just again, big circle. So try to keep your body weight relatively centered. You're not shifting way to the left when you do this. And then we're just going to reverse, up, horizontal, around. Feel those right obliques active. And then hold it straight back. So now take the right knee, cross it past the left. Can you see that? Right knee passes the left. Pull your hips back. And then we're just gonna go back and forth a couple times. So we're gonna come to the outside of your right pinky finger. If you know you need some blocks, grab them. So now as I press, I'm gonna take it horizontal and step it as big as I can get. And then can you sink the hips? And then as you pull your hips back, take it horizontal all the way through. And then let's just go back and forth a couple of times, okay? So forward, horizontal, so you get some work in there. Lift, one, back. Pull the navel in, take it big, step, lift. Okay, now we're just gonna stay. So take your feet as wide as they can go. See if you can pull your hips back. If you needed a pillow to kind of support you or underneath your forehead, those are definite options. Maybe you pull your hips to one side, walk your hands to the other. So I'm pulling hips to right, hands to left. Try the other side. And then as you walk your hands back to center, press into the hands. Go ahead and lift out of it. Take the leg wide, step it forward. All right, now tuck the left toes. Move the left knee both back and over to the left. And we've got an early lizard here. My blocks are nowhere nearby. Well, they're behind me. Miles. They're miles away. All right, blocks for me right now would feel more comfortable. I'm gonna use this pillow. Improvise. Straighten out your right leg, pull the hips back. So I've shifted my butt to the right, and my toes are kind of veering into the left here. And then shift hips maybe a bit more center. Come back in, bend the knee. Okay, take your left parallel. So left shin parallel to the back end of the mat, and then try it again. Straighten out the right leg. Imagine just drawing a line from your foot off to the left, and pull your hips over to the right, and breathe into it. And then come back to the center, undoing, so the shin goes back to normal, to where it started, and take the right arm up to the sky. Maybe the right hand towards the back of the mat. Let your head be heavy. Does the right knee want to open up a little bit? Get into the hip. Circle it back down. Lift up the left knee. Pull that right hip back. Think cat. Lift it. Step it back to down dog. Ooh, down dog. All right, dance your dog. Down dog ever feel like lovely? All right, plank on your inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Rise back up. Other side. So, we've got our knees together, make it a little bit more stable. So the left knee, shin lifts, and you'll just make circles. Bring it in, feel those obliques working, spin it up so the toes go up to the sky, and then just continue on. You're going with your breath. Try not to shift too much to the right. I'm letting my head drop, but can you keep your neck and head in line with your spine? And then we can reverse the circle. Breathe as you go. And when you're ready, take the toes up. Now you'll hit to the outside of the right leg. Pull the hips back. And then you're gonna come in, take the knee out, across the horizon, step it wide. See if you can sink your hips and lift up your chest. Same path, try to lift it. Put some work into that lift to take it back. Lift the knee, take it out, step it, control if possible. So much more accessible with blocks here. So you could definitely put those blocks underneath your hands right now. Or even weights. Or pillows. I don't know. Did we do one more? Okay, now the feet go wide as they can go. Pull your hips back. Support yourself where you need it. Give yourself a few rounds of breath. Hips can go left, hands can walk right. Other side. And then coming back to center. Rise up, take it wide. And now this time we'll take the right knee both back and over to the right side. Sink through the hips, open up through your chest. Big breath in, big breath out. Pull back through the right leg. So again, I'm taking hips to left first and kind of letting my toes fall to the midline. And then finding a bit more center. Even pressing, feeling like the pinky edge of the foot presses left. Bend back into the knee. Okay, so now the right shin parallels. Pull back through the hips. And then can you imagine just drawing a line? So you're not going over to the right? It's just a diagonal from your fingertips. And it's like your hip, your left hip is pulling to the left in the back left corner of the mat. And then we'll walk back to center, bend into the knee. Take the left hand to the sky. Maybe the left hip opens or reaches back through the left hand. Circle the hand down, lift up the right knee. Find that energy in the inner thighs, the core, step back to down dog. Breath in, breath out. Roll the shoulders, bend the knees some, pull your hips up and back, breathe. Plank on your inhale, hug the navel and grip your fingers, squeeze imaginary blocks between your legs. Exhale, belly, chest to the mat. From your feet, still squeezing that imaginary block, hug the navel, roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, you can stay low or move into cobra, even up dog. Exhale, take yourself back to down dog. One big breath in. Let the breath go. Right leg to sky, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Back to the sky, feel free to bend and open. Exhale, cross to the left elbow, try to tap, square the shoulders, reach your heart forward. Back to the sky. Exhale, step the foot wide outside of the pinky finger. Drop the back knee, lift up your heart. Straighten out the right leg, pull the hips back. Bend into the knee, parallel the back, lift the heart. Straighten out the back leg. Okay, on this one, bend back into the knee. Take your left hand forward and then up to the sky. And then push through the right heel, straighten the right leg to the back of the mat, modified side plank. Open up your chest. Woo. Take it to the front of the mat, find your twist. If all 10 toes want to go to the right, let them. Wide to the top. fold. Bend the knees, let your head go. Wiggle yourself side to side. Maybe heels out, toes on a little bit. Let your head be so heavy. If you want to interlace the fingers again and let that be a bit weighted. Half lift with the inhale. Fold on the exhale. All the way to the sky. Use the legs to rise up. Bend elbows, bend knees, open chest. Exhale back down, bend knees, hands to sky. Bring the hands on the inside, step the left foot back to lunge or lizard lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs, float it back, down dog. Plank inhale, roll forward with that entirety of the inhale. Exhale takes you all the way down to the ground. Inhale, shoulders back, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, maybe get bigger. Exhale, take it back to down dog. One big breath. Let it all go. Experience the breath. Where is it? Watch it. Feel it. Left leg to sky. Knee to nose. Leg to sky. Bend and open if it feels good. Cross to the right elbow. Can you touch and square your shoulders? Back to sky. Step it forward. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, step it forward. Sink the hips, lift the heart. Oh, we went wide, didn't we? I think something seems off. Straighten out the left leg, pull back. Bend back into the knee, paralleling the right. Straighten out through the left. This time as you bend into the left knee, reach your right hand forward and then up to the sky. Ooh, so a block here, like if this is so much, use it. And then push through that left heel. Take the right hand down, stretch up, breathe. Use the side body to come on back. Now you've got your twist. If you want all 10 toes to go that direction, let it come forward again. Top of your mat, you go wide. How about heels on, toes off this time? Sink your hips, find a yogic squat. Let your body go side to side. Just move around. And if moving is just a lot, then stillness, right? The breath is moving. Hands down, toes in, exhale all the breath out, fold. Inhale to the sky, rise, bend elbows, bend knees, open chest. Then take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Okay, on this one, bend your left knee, left shoulder, left knee, look to right, and also try to pinch your shoulder blades and lift up some. And then if your butt totally went to the left, can you just take it sort of straight back? Switch. Right shoulder, right knee, open up chest. Switch, left shoulder, left knee, open up chest. Switch, right shoulder, right knee, open up chest. Fold in the center, let your head go. Notice if you're, the breath, right? Is it there with you? Okay, right foot steps back. You're in your lizard. Squeeze inner thighs, float left foot back to meet. Plank on your inhale. If you feel like going halfway down, you are welcome to it. All the way down. Inhale, rise, exhale, back. Breath in, breath out. Okay, let's do that again. Right leg to sky. Feel free to bend if you want. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale to sky. Left elbow, exhale, heart forward. Inhale to sky. Step it wide. Back knee down, look up, straighten right leg. Back knee down, or bend, parallels, bend into the front knee. I'm gonna get this. Straighten it out. As you bend into the right knee, reach your left hand forward and up, and then push through the right heel, take it all the way back. Now we go to our twist, bend back into the right knee, twisting all the way to the right. This time, take it all the way to the left. Hello. Wide leg fold.
Feel it out side to side. Whole new space. Let's get into this one. So just side to side a couple times. Find your flat back on your inhale. Grab your ankles if you can. Lift your sitting bones up. Pull your chest through, let your head go. If your head is really touching the ground, you can always bring your feet in closer. Okay, hands come down. Let's see if we can bring our hands, like if you took a flat back here, your shoulders are maybe even a little bit forward of your wrists, and lift up to your tippy toes. Can we do that? So from the side, okay, so I'm here, and then I'm gonna bring my hands forward and my shoulders forward, and lift to the tippy toes and kind of find that rounding of the back, grip of your fingertips. Your feet could be on blocks, your hands could be on blocks, your knees could be bent, and you could be trying to lift. Do your best with it. Breathe. And then exhale, just fold, let your head go. Hands to hips, half lift. I would bend my knees. Stay for the exhale, just feel like the glutes, the backs of the legs. Inhale, rise to the sky, reach up, reach back. Exhale to warrior two. To warrior two. Reversing on the inhale. Side angle. Push through the pinky edge of the back foot. Sink through the hips. Lighten the torso. Maybe the left fingers cradle. Find that length from the left pinky edge all the way to the left elbow. Straighten the right leg, reach up, reach back, breathe it in. Exhale, hands down. How do we want to get back? I'm just going straight to down dog. You can do whatever you want to do. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Left leg to sky, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Back to sky, bend and open. Cross to right elbow. Back to sky, breathe it in. Outside of left pinky finger. Sink everything but the heart. Straighten left leg. Bend back into the knee and parallel action. Straighten the leg. Right hand's gonna take this one. So as you bend into the knee, right hand forward and up. Ooh, yeah. And then press through. Take it over. Maybe the heart spins to the sky. Taking it back through as you bend into the knee. Now it's a twist. Feel free to take all 10 toes. And then we're gonna twist it on over to the right. Hello. Did we do it? Are you there? If you're not, take a moment, regroup, reset, breathe. Flat back. Bend into right knee. So towards the back end of your mat, and continue to push into the left pinky edge. So let's just stretch out those ankles, inner thigh. And then send your butt back and your hands forward without crowding the shoulders. And then walk it on over to the other side, so finding some space. All right, I actually just took my hand and I pulled the hip back, so it felt kind of stuck there. Breathe, hands forward, hips back. And then maybe we can bring our hands to our hips and find a little bit of a lift and take it from one side. If you can't, you keep your hands on the ground, and then the other side. And maybe as you go to the right, the left toes to the sky, and maybe as you go to the left, the right toes to the sky. Just gonna play around with what we got here. Find center, let your head go. Breathe in, breathe out. Flat back, inhale. Same thing you just did. I'll flip it around so to the side maybe. That's probably the best. So you think of a flat back, but your shoulders are slightly forward of your wrist, if that's even possible. Grip your fingers. What if you took cat here? So you find that feeling of rounding the low back, that slight pelvic tilt, and hugging the navel in. And then, like, that could be it, because that's serious work. Push into the ground. Lift your tippy toes. Don't let your shoulders collapse and hold here. Push into the hands. Lift. Breathe. Maybe we stay a little bit longer for this one. Breathe. Let it go. Fold. Bend the knees some. Half lift. Stay for the exhale. Squeeze through the glutes. All the way up to the sky. Inhale, hands high, heart high. I'm just taking an extra breath. Warrior two. Find it, feel it. Staying low, reversing up, up and back. Side angle, if you want to cradle the head, so from that pinky edge, push your head into your arm, breathe. Take it up, back, inhale. And we're making it back to down dog, however you want to get to down dog. You can be going through chaturanga, you could be in a handstand, you could take child's pose. 2 more breaths. Right leg rises. Need to notice this is all the same. To the sky. Left elbow touch. Okay, I lied, this isn't the same. Hold it on the elbow, go to the wrist. Exhale back to elbow, to wrist. Exhale to elbow, to wrist. Exhale to elbow, to wrist. All the way to the sky. Right foot steps forward. Back knee down, lift. Straighten out. Bend into knee, parallel shin. Straighten out. That left arm's taking you there. Left hand reaches forward, it reaches up. Pause here, because or it's like, ah, and then press through. All the way up and back. Whew. Take it back, find your twist. Could get deeper. Flip it around to the left. You there? Lift heart, inhale. Bend into left, maybe right toes to sky, maybe hands to heart. Maybe you can sink your butt all the way down. If you can't, that's okay. Can you see me? Left arm presses, right arm reaches. Just breathe into it. If you are here and doing it, right? Same thing. Or if you found a block, here's my blocks, and you're sitting on a block and you're taking that stretch. You could even bind. And then you can travel with your block, or you don't, and you find it on the other side. Your depth, whatever is working for you. I almost fell off my block. Maybe the bind. Chest open, spine tall, breath. Find your way back to center, toes in, let your head go. All right, you've got this 2 more times. So now this one, you find your flat back, you hug your navel in, maybe lift your toes. From here, can you squeeze your heel to your butt, left heel to your butt, hold, lift up higher, down, right heel to your butt, hold, lift up higher, down, fold, let it all go. Half lift, inhale. Let's stay for the exhale. To the sky, rise, inhale. Grab opposite elbow, stay for your exhale. 1 more inhale. Open up, warrior 2, exhale. Reverse on the inhale. Side angle, if you like the cradling of the head and neck, let it happen. Straighten right leg, pull back, inhale. I'm going to bring my back foot in a little bit and walk it wider to find triangle. So there's all the different versions of triangle. You can feel like your back is long and spacious instead of feeling any sort of pain, for sure, no pain. The strength of the legs lifts the torso, maybe the top of the hand pressing into the calf. Maybe you're binding. Breathing. We're going to move into half moon. So bend into the front knee. Get a block if you like, or find some strength. Drag. Can you drag the back foot in? And then start to lift up. So there's all that energy in the inner thighs. Lift up the heart. Push into a wall so you don't fall down. And then to the top of the mat we go. Bend the knees, cross. Back ankle, left ankle behind the right. here, let's start to put weight into the back leg. So hands to hips, that idea of that flat back. And then we're putting the body weight into our left leg. Eagling the legs. Maybe right arm under, right arm under, left arm over. Slow it down, find your breath. Press through the left heel, rise up with the right knee. You can grab hold or not, open the arms to twist right. Same connection we started with the core to the twist, for the twist, to create the twist. And maybe if you can grab the pinky edge of the foot, drop that right hip some. Come back to center, so brace yourself with your core, lift up the heart, standing split, hand down, leg up. I'm actually, because I want to, left hand grabs right foot and just stretches. We've done none of this today, but sometimes it just feels good for me. And then how about top of your mat? Shake it out. Let your head go. All right, crow is here if you want it. So imagine that you are cat, dragging the knees up. Bring your hands in. Bring your body weight onto the arms a little bit. But it is so lifted from that drag up. Take your time. I'll meet you back in down dog. Left leg to sky. Exhale, knee to nose. To sky. To right elbow. All right. You can always drop your right knee. Down. Squeeze it up. Down. Squeeze it up. Down. Squeeze it up. All the way up to the sky. Whew. Step it wide. Back knee down, lift hard. Straighten out left leg. Bend into knee and parallel shin. Straighten out left leg. Bend into left knee, right hand leads us forward. We pause here because, ooh, all the way to the back of the mat. Ah. Take it back through. We find your twist. Can you spin everything to the left, perhaps? And then we walk it to the right. Let your head go. Bend into the right knee. Take your left hand towards your right ankle. If you can reach it, grab it. Right hand to hip. Think about, sort of like we did earlier, you're lengthening out, you're pinching the shoulder blades, you're twisting to the right. Maybe the right hand to the sky, maybe pulling your low belly, kind of level yourself out some. Maybe you're straightening the right leg, maybe you're not. Maybe. And then cross the right arm over. It doesn't have to touch. Actually, you could even let go of the left. And just let your head go. Bend your knees a lot, pull your weight into your heels, and then try to kind of think of like cat. So I can bring my hands to the shins for some support. Just breathing into back. And then just let it all go. We'll bend into the left knee. Our right hand can grab hold of something. Left hand to hip, think of that flat back and the twist, pulling the left hip back. This is enough. Or you can straighten out the left leg, left hand to sky, play around with the hips. What does it feel like here? And then cross it over. We've got that X. Just let your head go. If you wanted to step above, I'll show it this way. Step beyond. So you have the arms crossed, that could be enough. If you're bending, pull your weight back and kind of grab on and around like you're taking cat. Get a little bit more into back. And then just let it all go. Flat back. All right, so you ready for the last one of these? Okay, so you could stay, right? You could just lift your heels. Hands down, lift heels. Okay, now I've got my left heel in towards my butt. and maybe I hop. Push into, if I'm gonna hop my right leg, I'm gonna push my right heel of my hand into the ground. And then give it a moment. Try the other side. So now I've got my hands down. I'm forward, I've got cat, I've lifted to my tippy toes. Now I'm gonna bring my, my right heel in, and I'm gonna push through my left heel, and I'm gonna try to take a little hop. Left heel of the hand, not left heel of the foot. And then you're done. Let it all go. Inhale, half lift. Stay for the exhale. Inhale all the way to the sky, grab opposite elbow, switch up. Stay for the exhale. I'm doing one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Warrior two. Reverse on the inhale. Side angle. You've got all the options possible. Straighten left leg, reverse. Maybe bring it in a little bit tighter. Try not to fall over. Triangle. Use your legs. Squeeze of the inner thigh to float you, to lift you. And then half move. Shall we fly? Okay. So I'm gonna drag the back leg in to find that strength and that energy. Then lift torso. Take any variation you want. Lift out of your bottom hip, lift out of your left hip. Crash. Before you crash, bend the knees and find the ground. Right ankle's behind left on this one. Okay, body weight transitions to the back foot, the right foot. Start to bring hands to hips. So we've got our core, our back muscles active, and then cross the left over right. Try to pull your weight back. Left arm under, right arm over. Pinch the shoulder blades. Press through the right, lifting the left. Unravel the arms, left arm up high. Drop the left hip. Open to your twist. This is good. This is enough. If you want to go bigger, find your core to come back to center. Standing split. Taking that option if you want it. And finding your way just to your fold, let your head go. Breathe in, breathe out. All right. Feet together. Big toes touch, heels touch. If you could keep your heels on the ground, sure, I cannot. So as I bend my knees, I'm going to open the knees as wide as they can go and drop my butt down. Again, if my heels could touch. They don't. If it's super uncomfortable, you could always put a towel underneath. Extend the arms forward. Let your head go. This is one, if you're able to, you could bring your hands back. Maybe your forehead can touch. You could get all bindy and bind your arms behind your back. And then you're just going to roll to your butt. Baddha Konasana. Lift heart. Stay here. Find a fold. Breathe. rise up. We'll scoot the right leg in and the left leg out. Pillow, always good. Lift up chest. Feel like you're reaching through the right hand maybe a little bit more. And fold. And if a fold isn't there, just keep your chest lifted. Rise up, and as you rise up, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh and bring that left leg in. Lift up the chest. Breathe into your number 4. You can always bring the left heel in even closer. Pinch the shoulder blades. If you're like, I don't feel anything, you could definitely do double pigeon instead. And then let the shape go to the left. Imagine your right knee trying to pull towards your left heel. Lift your right shoulder, kind of peer over. Similar to what we did earlier. And then pull yourself through. Come over. So if this bothers your left knee at all, undo the feet. If it's okay, use your right to kind of pull the leg forward and down. Look over the left shoulder. Come back to center. Feet go down. Lift the hips. Lower your hips down, extend the right leg forward, the left leg in. Lift the chest, find the hinge, the fold that works. Keep breathing. Remember the feeling that you were creating. Feeling the energy, the space you want to take up, the space you want to live in. What you want to breathe in, what you want to give back. And then we'll rise up again. Cross left over right. Bring that in. And again, this could be double pigeon. Okay, old shape can fall over to the right. Top knee pulls towards the ground, lift the left shoulder, look to the left. Come back through the center, take it over the other side. The top leg can be helpful in adding a little bit more pressure. Lift the right shoulder, look over the right side. And then when you come back to center, let the legs go. Lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Hug the knees in, rock it side to side. All right, bridge. I'm gonna do supported bridge. Bridge, wheel, supported bridge. So if choosing an active pose, active bridge, active wheel, then you are using your muscles, you're pushing through the heels, squeezing through the glutes, pressing through the arms. If you are using a block, you are actively using your breath to get heavy, to relax. Whichever one you chose, stay for at least 3 rounds of breath. Is that doable? Maybe 5, maybe 10. And then you can lower down. If you are like me or on a block, you can bring the knees in and maybe up to the sky. You could do any inversion. And then we will meet Rocking out. Happy baby. To a last twist. One side. And the other side. And Shavasana. Extend the legs. Let the arms be heavy. Breathe. So what's on that other side of the obstacle? The space you want to take up, the space you want to be in. What does that feel like? Breathe it into right now. Breathe it into your present. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Take a big stretch. Take your time bringing the legs in and finding your way to seated. Crossing fingers. Observing the breath again, where it goes, how it feels. And then imagining the inhale being whatever is on the other side of the obstacle, the other side of what holds you back. We don't even need to know what's holding us back. We don't even need to know what's in the way. It's easier said than done, but it's just imagining. Imagining where we want to be and how we want to feel and bringing that into right now. Bring hands to heart. Acknowledge yourself,
practice, the time and the effort. And keep that feeling with you throughout the day. With each breath as a reminder. Biggest inhale. Let it all go. Have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. Let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you next class. Bye. Slowly make it over.